Next up is Fantasy Store Online Episode 2.
And it's the next episode after episode 1. What happened? Absolutely nothing. In between. We just defeated Dark Falls. And now we're all over again, and now we have to do a test to get access to another area. For some reason. Also there's a... For me it's really quiet.
My boy.
Okay, so yeah, wait a second,
if you can turn up in game.
I can turn it up in game, but...
Oh boy, I can't wait to bomb some of the dongos.
Well... So yeah, that's the max... So, that's the max I would like to go. If it's okay for you, then it's... perfect. There was a RGB cable somewhere. Oh. Yup.
Squadala!
Yeah, sure. What did I talk? Okay. What's up, dude? Is this particularly a reason why PAL 60 sucks? Okay. Thanks.
I didn't breathe first. Did nobody buy RGB cables for the Gamecubes? Like, they're so good.
No. So can they hear the sound actually right now? Like Chad was complaining it was a little bit too loud, but... Or the game audio is too loud. So since I cannot see the audio, I'm gonna do something else. So yeah, someone is already asking if PSO is good without the online stuff. Basically, like the GameCube version is only offline right now. I guess you could say there's an online community for the GameCube version as well, but it's on a private server only. And I would rather, if you want to play PSO online, I would rather recommend switch to the Blue Burst version, which you can find anywhere on the internet. Yes, sure. Hold on.
Yeah, sure.
No, I have to switch to the character creation. So yeah.
Just name it the pad.
No. This is serious world record attempt. I'm not gonna do that.
Bless you. Right. Not too time.
So yeah, it's basically Phantasy Star offline in that case. I'm ready. Okay, so this is Phantasy Star Online episode 2. I did episode 1 during the marathon on Friday. On the yellow stream as well, yeah. There's a reason why I'm picking the 2 as the character name. It is basically it gives me basically the best ID for episode 2, which is Viridia. Viridia has a pretty high chance to get a shot, and I need a shot to actually finish the end game really quick. Otherwise, it would take much longer. So yeah, let's see if I can get the skip. Nice. So you can basically just skip the entire starting text, I would say, by just opening the chat menu. Also, I'm dropping monomates here because I need those later on. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk a lot of times to this guy, but yeah, there's not much that I can explain right now.
Can I explain why you're talking to him? Because you're actually manipulating to go somewhere.
Yeah. So basically what I'm trying to do here is to lure him into the shop area. So I can actually open like 2 text boxes at the same time. Also on episode 2, this takes really long if it isn't on a good position. So yeah. Also yeah, he talks about, I don't know what he's talking about actually, like, doesn't matter anyways. So basically this is a sequel, to episode 1. There's also episode 3, but this is a card game and it's so that's about for that. And then there's episode 4, which is a Blue Burst episode only. So, and this is also only available online. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I know this takes a really long time, and I'm really sorry about that, but this was already a really bad position for this guy to spawn, basically. So yeah, now I have like, I'm just moving around here and oh shit. Okay, doesn't matter that much. I totally forgot to drop items. Now what I'm okay, sorry. I have to focus a little bit. So what I'm basically trying to do here is to dupe Mizita to a certain amount. It looks kind of confusing at first, but it's really simple to do. So yeah, okay, we got that. Now we're gonna buy some sabers because why not? And now we just basically equip multiple weapons at the same time. Um, okay. Okay, wait a second. I totally messed up. Yeah, I know the beginning is really confusing of this speedrun. And this is basically a guide how you can do all these tricks. And also it's not that hard to learn, but...
I can confirm. I'm currently learning the game.
Okay.
But I don't know if the chat can hear me because I don't have a mic.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot something. Like since normally I'm supposed to drop all the items I've gotten. So have to take the mag as well. So yeah, basically now I have around 26 saber plus 1 equipped and a handgun as well, plus the mag. The mag will be really useful in episode 2. So yeah. First, for the first area. So basically, if you compare it to episode 1, episode 2 has much less map RNG. Like there are only two maps available for episode 2, or for temple, for spaceship, and for seabed. And this is actually a really good map. Like this lets me skip a lot of rooms. So yeah, and as you can see now we're basically one-shotting everything, and this is really useful later on. However, I can now actually say I cannot one-shot everything in the game. For example, there will be a monster called Delbiter. Delbiters are just really annoying, but I'm gonna talk about it later on. So yeah, I don't want to get hit by those fireballs because this would mean instant death. Like, I cannot survive a fireball up until level 3. Except if I have a barrier equipped, but I don't give a damn about defensives anyway. Like, it doesn't do a lot, except for like these 2 rooms. So yeah, we had to press those switches to get onto the next room as well. So the first one just spawned a bridge right there, and the second one deactivated the barrier. And yeah, Saber increases the handgun damage. Like, basically, the game is really confused for some reason. Like, it thinks like you only have sabers equipped, but it checks the animation and the damage range probability of the handgun, which I equipped last. So that's why it's really confusing. So yeah, I have to press this switch to open up the next door. This room has a Hildebeer in it. Sometimes you can actually avoid this one if he is right at the corner of in this room, but it's not always possible. So yeah, I can miss a lot of shots right here because those flying insect things called Mohammeds and Monests have a really long spawn timer, and you can basically just do whatever you want during the time. Also, the death animation of those insects are really long. Okay. You can simply just walk through these traps if you have nothing equipped on your second skill table. Yeah, on the second menu as well. So yeah. Now we got level 3, and now we should be pretty safe to not get one shot. There are a few exceptions. For example, if those big creatures, the Hildebeers, can crit, they can crit you, and it's basically a one hit if this happens. So yeah. Yeah. Also the handgun doesn't have a real attack animation. Like, it's just basically aim at something and then shoot at it. And since the handgun doesn't appear, it's just I'm just like shooting with a sword. Also, this trap is really mean. This only spawns after you killed all those enemies. Yeah. Yes, exactly. And also I equipped a lot of sabers, so that's why the sabers are glowing that much. So yeah. Mhm. So yeah, this is really bad what happened right now. Oh no, it's not. It's actually not that bad. Like again, there's a Mohammed spawn, and I can wait a lot of time. So yeah, this is actually a perfect time to feed the mag, and that's usually the time I actually do that. And also can feed my mag 3 times. So yeah, this is the first section already. What time is it? 9:48. That's really bad, but like I messed up the first part, like the glitching, really bad. So this is not a good map. This, if you compare this one to the fastest, it's like 1.5 minutes slower. And if I remember correctly, I had really good maps up until the third area of the game, which is called CCA. It's not a big issue if you stop playing this game, but if you're trying to do world record attempts, it can be really annoying to get wrong maps. Again, here it's a 50-50 chance to get the right map. So yeah. Now to get to the next room I have to press those 2 switches. Otherwise I cannot move on. So yeah, chat, if you have any questions, just ask them and I will try to answer it as good as it gets. Yeah, but I have to concentrate a little bit, like what a mag is. Mag is basically your pet, and this mag does give you stats if you feed it with certain items, and like certain items just give a certain amount of stats, I would say. Basically, what I'm trying to do here is feed antidotes, which I normally won't use as a robot. Like antidotes just cure poison, and androids or robots or casts cannot be poisoned. For obvious reasons, of course. Is this the GameCube PSO? Yes, it is. There's also a Xbox PSO version, which is actually faster in loading times, but nobody has one from the runners I know of. Also, there's a fire trap. I just want to stay in the middle of the room, so this is actually much safer. Sometimes it's much safer to be in the middle of the room instead of being on the edge, because of those fire traps. Wow, okay, that was really lucky. So yeah, okay, that was nice, I guess. What's the world record, you mean? The world record is currently at 102.101 by me, and I'm not talking about the second place, like it's way behind. As far as I know, like over 20 minutes. But this is obviously this is a good reason why my run is currently a little bit more optimized. Like the second place has the world record for episode 1 any percent, and it's his Carl. Yeah, he called Bobadine if you ask. Also, I started running episode 2 before I did episode 1. Because I really liked episode 2 much more. Oh yeah, thanks Stomper for the link. So yeah, a lot of the run kind of depends like which map you get, and also you have to optimize it, even if you get really bad maps. So yeah, I have to shoot down this trap because I cannot go past this one. Like it just hits me every time when I'm trying to skip it. Have you tried PSO2? Yes, I've tried PSO2. It's actually a really decent game, but sadly I don't have a lot of time to play it, and I would really like to invest more time in PSO2. However, the problem I have with it is like it has only a Japanese release, probably a Taiwan release as well, and this is actually something I really don't like. Like, they missed a huge opportunity right there. So someone was asking about random maps. It's completely random which map you actually get. I was testing out a little bit how you can actually manipulate it in some way, and the only thing I found is whenever you it kind of sets this map whenever you start a game or whenever you finished a mission or quit a mission, and that's the only thing I can really remember, or the only thing that can actually manipulate it.
Also, someone asked you about how many good maps versus bad maps you had in Mobile before.
I think I had like the end section. Oh, wait a second. Okay, this one is really bad. I think I had only like 2 really bad maps, and those were in the 3rd area as well. Maybe there's a 3rd one, but I actually don't give a damn about it. And that's the 2nd area, which is called Spaceship. Also, Spaceship has the best music in the whole game. Okay, so yeah. I'm feeding my Mac. Right here.
Any way I can get a mic? Maybe this should be better.
Oh, so this Jason PSO2 is blocked? Okay. I didn't remember. So, I know there's an English patch out there, and it's actually really good, I would say. Like, it teaches you at least the basics of the game. I'm supposed to get hit here, so it doesn't matter. Also, obligatory symbol chat right here, because the next part is really boring of the fight. Like, you cannot do anything anyways. Okay, we're ready. Okay, that's good. Yeah, it doesn't matter if I use a healing item right here, but it's just for safety. I know that it's a marathon run, so it's totally okay. And yeah, this boss is really easy, and I think it's only you can at least survive 2 hits of any attack. So another trick, I'm just pressing down here, and it just goes to the right menu.
Also, since they are still talking about PSO2, recently the game got IP blocked for IPs that are outside of Asia, maybe even Japan only. I even tried to use a proxy or anything, but I didn't get to play the game again.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is a bit sad.
Okay. So now spaceship. Spaceship. As I said, it has the best music in the whole game, and I think it's a remix of an older Fantasy Star game, as far as I know.
That is possible, but I didn't play the old games.
Yeah. Neither I did, but I wanted to try it out. At some point. But it kind of depends on how much time I actually have. So I'm freezing here the Panams because I have Sabers +1. This should be barely enough to hit those guys, but I'm not gonna risk it. Because if I overshot my damage, they split up, and that waits around 10 seconds at least. So yeah, first. That's already the second, the third room actually, and it's already dark. Also, for those of you who don't know about episode 1 and 2, basically episode 2 is it's a little bit more difficult, I would say. So yeah. Also, there's
the end of the run is more difficult.
yeah, the end of the run is brutal. Like you cannot. There's actually a high chance that you get to one shot by literally everything. And that's also the reason why nobody runs this category. Like, it's so unforgiving. So yeah, this is the most interesting room in the whole game. So basically there are a lot of traps, and normally you would get hit by it really often, and I just said, nah, screw that, I just go past them. Okay. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna try it. So normal, you can use a normal and a hard attack. And this should work 90% of the time. It doesn't do it sometimes because you can crit, and if you crit with a normal attack, the Panams will split up, and then you waste 10 seconds. Also, shout out to Garants, they don't do anything, luckily. Okay. So far, this was actually really good spaceship. So. There's another free scrap right here, and I have to get cut the corner really sharp and then move away from this corner, because sometimes I got hit by this one, and if you get hit by an ice trap, and then there's a possible chance that you will freeze, and if you get frozen by that ice trap, you're basically dead, and there's nothing much you can do right now. So I'm gonna use a freeze trap here again. Just for safety reasons. So yeah, if you had a chance to play PSO2 online, it's a really good experience, and also if the servers are located in Japan, it's really lag free, I would say. Like, there's not a lot of lag actually when I played.
Same. What weapon is that? Actually, I think you missed the beginning of the run, so just to explain very quickly, he stacked 26 sabers that he bought, and then he just equipped a handgun. So basically, he's shooting with the handgun with all the strength of all 26 sabers, and that's it. He can one-shot everything.
Not everything, as I said before.
Yeah,
I
almost
mentioned
everything.
before. Like, I cannot one-shot Panams, I cannot one-shot a couple of enemies on Seabed. No, I cannot one-shot anything in Seabed except for Dolmoms, which is a possibility, but it's not 100%.
Why 26?
Because this gives me the most damage, and I actually need some slot right here. Like, I'm buying monomates, of course, for safety reasons. Also, like, I'm basically getting two-shot by everything. And I want to heal up. I want to heal up if I get hit. But I'm not always gonna do that because whatever. And I'm not buying defensives because I'm really used to playing episode 2. Like, Seacal always equips the barrier, which makes the run a little bit safer, but as I mentioned before, it doesn't matter a lot if you sometimes get one shot or not.
Also,
So, yeah.
don't forget to say that your inventory is limited to
30, yeah.
30 slots.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's why you get 26 because you need
And
some
also,
space
yeah,
for the
yes,
stuff.
exactly. And also, like, the difference between 26 and 27 or 28 isn't as big as the difference between 23 and 26. Like, 26 sabers makes some monsters, like, you can basically sometimes one-hit those Barbaros wolves. And with 23 sabers, it's not possible. Because you're probably around like 20 damage to short sometimes. So yeah, again, skipping those mines by just pressing R.
Because otherwise, your character would focus on the mines and you will go way slower. Like you will walk instead of running.
Yep.
So you can't avoid the traps.
Yep. Okay, now this one. Okay, I'm just setting up right here because there's an enemy called Dub Chicks, and those cannot be killed except if you kill them. Like if you basically kill them a couple of times, or if you kill the switch. And this one was right at the corner. And for some reason, if those switches spawn right above a door, you can still shoot at it for no reason. So yeah.
To reply to Exodus Final, if you hold R, you need to not have anything on your second menu, like he's showing right
Yeah.
now. Otherwise, you would still focus on the traps. Another way to do it is to press start, because when you're in the start menu, you cannot focus on anything.
Yep. I got hit by the first trap because I pressed start a little bit too late, but
That was just to show.
Yep. Basically, yeah. Like map-wise, it isn't a really good run. Yeah. Okay. This one is a safety ice trap because those two Del Sabers can be a pain in the ass sometimes. Like the first one spawns almost right next to you, and the other one spawns a little on the opposite side of the room, basically. Okay. I have to go down there and then climb up here. So this room has nothing interesting in it. Except for a falling trap, but we don't like falling traps. Okay, this one is... I'm gonna try to skip this fire trap. It's actually really difficult to do so. And also this fire trap deals around 50 or 60 damage, so it's really a lot. Okay, so... Okay, there's another pan down. Okay, pretty easy. This spawn is only a Chaos Sorcerer, so... It's not a lot. Why would you have a lure in your name? I actually wanted to name myself LeFrozer, but then the problem I had is it was unavailable, sadly. So instead, I kind of want to make something funny, I guess, but it's not really funny, actually. I call myself LeFrozer, but I'm actually more used to I'm much more used if you call me Frozer in that case. So again, using a freeze trap right here.
Also, the French guy here, it's me, not him.
Yep. Like, I can speak French a little bit, but
Not
I'm
yet.
not gonna use it. No fucking reason I'm not gonna do that. Also, if someone is asking, I'm from Switzerland, so basically a rarity, I would say. Yeah, no, for real. Like, I don't know any other Swiss speedrunner. Like, there's one who lives in Switzerland, but he's German, and I don't count a German guy as a Swiss speedrunner. Shoutouts to Switzerland, by the way. This is the final room. Okay. The next boss, it's actually basically the dragon fight from episode 1. With the exception, he has 3 elemental breaths. He has fire, lightning, and ice. It doesn't matter anyways which he's going to do, but after he did the fire or the elemental breath immediately, he teleports away and appears a little bit closer to you sometimes. And also during the time you cannot hit him. Normally he would jump right up there and then stomp on you, and for this fight especially, whenever he goes underneath the arena or he stomps on the ground, like there's basically a wave coming up, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to get hit by it. Like, first of all, it's really laggy, so I'm turning the camera away. It doesn't do a whole lot, but whatever. And that's another random thing about this, that sometimes the hitbox of the feet is really bad. Okay. So actually this was a really bad dragon fight. Like, normally he isn't supposed to do that.
What else do you feel in?
I'm actually learning Advanced Wars. Specifically Advanced Wars 2 and Dual Strike. Yeah. Also, Switzerland isn't Sweden, guys. Yep. I kinda have to agree on that. I'm gonna pick up this monometer right now because I'm actually really low. So now we have to talk to the lady. Okay, I mashed a little bit fast. Also, shoutouts to Ellie. Ellie was actually in episode 1 as well, but she was as an NPC in a mission. For some reason, she was actually a force, but she decided, screw that, I'm gonna use handguns. On basically the worst character to use handguns in the whole game. So yeah, the third area has actually 3 parts. It has mountains, it has seaside, and it has jungle. And jungle also has like 2 parts in it. The reason why I'm doing jungle first is quite simple. I have to get to level 11 first.
This way you can equip a shot, right?
That's actually the first. That's the earliest point in the game where I can equip a shot.
Also, didn't you forget to feed your mag?
I'm gonna do that right now. Like it doesn't matter when you feed the mag, except for until you actually beat mountains, and that's the second area I'm going to do. Also, jungle is actually an area I really don't care about, and I actually don't know which map is the fastest and which isn't. I think this is actually a really fast one. Because there's only 2 rooms where you have to fight monsters. And by fighting monsters, I mean you have to clear the whole room to do that, so.
Bye, chat.
Bye bye, Tampa.
See you later, Tompa. Okay. Now this area is really boring. So if someone has a question, I really appreciate that.
Is this world record?
No, this is absolutely not a world record. Okay, it's a possibility that I can do that, but then I have to get a perfect seabed, and that is less likely going to happen. Like, seabed is... I'm gonna talk about seabed later on. Like, this deserves like a 5-minute speech on why seabed is the worst area in the whole game. You said episode 4 is not on GameCube? I actually don't care about episode 4. Like, it's only 2 areas, I would say, and there's only 1 boss in it, and I was actually really disappointed in episode 4 because of this. How long have you been playing PSO episode 2 for? That's basically when I started speedrunning, and there was a little bit more than half a year ago, actually. It's an interesting story how I actually picked up this game. So basically, a lot of people, you know Adam K, right? And he submitted a 100% run of PSO as a joke, and then I was asking him like, okay, do people actually speedrun this game? And then he sent me a link with all the possible glitches. Although I learned a lot of them before I even started speedrunning. And he's basically the reason why I'm playing this terrible RNG game. No, for real. And also I've picked up episode 2 before episode 1. Simply, again, I like episode 2 much more. Okay, I cannot. Oh wait, I can free my knife. I'm probably gonna do that. So I'm gonna stay here at the save at this spot. Normally it's faster to stay in the middle of all those monsters, but those monkeys are the worst enemy in the game. Okay, there's an auto gun. I'm
Also, someone asked if there was going to be any other glitch, but I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. There's no other glitches. Like, the rest of the run is pretty much execution based. So I have to wait for the first mini boss right here. Okay. That was interesting. Normally he should have been frozen, but whatever. It doesn't make a huge difference. Like, I only lost 5 seconds.
Actually, maybe you could say that fixing the glitch is a glitch itself.
Oh yeah. So there's actually one disadvantage. For some reason, mech guns tend to not work when using this glitch, and I kinda have to fix it in some way that I can use a mech gun. Okay, I have to concentrate a little bit because this area is actually... So yeah, mountains, there are 2 different maps. No, there are 4 different maps. For some reason, the third area has like 4 different map layouts for each area. I have to check if this is actually... Okay, this is a really good map. This is basically the first real run killer of this game.
Monkeys.
The reason is there's actually a map which is at least 2 minutes slower, if not even more. And I cannot afford that to happen, or to get this map. Except if I have a really good run and the seabed is going perfectly. So yeah, there's another monster which is kind of invisible, and I just attack him and then go past him because he doesn't do anything. Also, for some reason, this spawn has like, I would say they have a longer invincibility for some reason, and it's only this spawn. Okay. Okay. So for some, okay, a good thing is like I got a lot of one hits on those monkeys, or at least those I wanted to one hit. And that's not always the case, especially for those monkeys. Okay, so that's a buster. That's not something I want. Oh, I got wow. Okay, I got really lucky. I got invincibility, and that's also an RNG factor. Like the mech, as soon as it hits level 10, it can give you some nice abilities. Like it can buff you. It can give you a heal after you've charged your Photon Blast or Photon Gouge, which is at the top left screen. And oh yeah, I totally don't have to do that anymore. And it gives you some abilities sometimes. So yeah, I'm unequipping and re-equipping my mag right here, because I want to reset my Photon bar. Simply so to get another chance at invincibility. Also this, if I get invincibility right there, it didn't matter that much. It doesn't matter that much anyways.
Also, it prevents you from activating the power of the mag.
Yep. Like if you normally if you would press R, and then if you would press R, there's like a menu with like some symbols on it, and with this you can actually activate your Photon Blast.
Yep, and that's a really long cutscene that makes quite a lot of damage. But since you are already overpowered, this is pretty useless.
I kinda have to disagree on this one.
Yeah, I know.
Basically, the Photon Blast is actually really good in the early levels, but it's really bad later on. Like except if you're playing multiplayer, of course. Like then you can use like 4-player Photon Blasts, and like you can buff you up. You can buff your character up like a shitload actually. Like it's stronger than the attack damage buff itself.
Yep.
So yeah, now Seaside. This is
But yeah, I mean for the run.
But
for
run
the
it's
speed run,
useless.
it's useless.
Except if you want some invincibility.
Sure.
Like if you see my episode 1 run at this year, there was actually I had a problem with the fight, with the ant boss fight. Normally he would kill me with this technique he was going to do, but I kinda avoided this technique by using the Photon Blast at the correct time, because normally it has a long animation, and during this animation you are actually invincible.
So there's a question for you.
Yep.
What runs do you enjoy watching?
I basically the runs I enjoy the most are runs I've actually never seen before. Something like how would I say? I always like to watch Phantasy Star Online streams, except for Phantasy Star Online 2, which I never watch because of an obvious reason. Also I kind of tend to like a little bit more obscure games, simply because it's not always the same as SM64. Although SM64 is a really it's a really nice game to watch sometimes, but it's not always. I'm gonna do. And this is really bad. Okay, what happened here is I got frozen and then I just died, and no world record. Sadly, no. This was I was really unlucky right now. I have to check something. Okay, I could have bought mech guns, but since I don't have any money anymore, I cannot do that.
Yeah, but luckily enough, the glitch is still activated even if you die.
So yeah, this is actually one of the unforgiving moments. Like, those monkeys can freeze you. Basically, I would say 70% of the time they will freeze you. And
Reset the whole marathon.
yeah,
Nope.
okay, we're gonna... Don't worry, I didn't expect to get a good time either, but we still have a lot of time left to don't hit the estimate. Also, I kind of wonder if there's anyone streaming episode 3. Like, that's a game I've actually never played before, and I kind of wanted to try it out.
I know there's a speedrun at least on SDA, but maybe it's a bit old, so I don't know.
Yep.
I've never seen anything like this either.
Yeah. Also, episode the Phantasy Star online games are really expensive. Like, if you go to eBay or something like that, you basically have to pay $50 minimum. And if you find a cheaper copy, then you're pretty lucky.
Or it's a scam.
So yeah, at least the good thing is, even though I died, it only unequips my last weapon. So basically the multi-stacking is still active. So, and also this is basically never going to be the that never happened before. Like, an episode 2 anything can happen, and
That's a good example.
yeah, that's a really good example. Like, you just froze. Oh, too bad. There are 3 other enemies right behind you, and they will just kill
And
you.
rip. Does anyone speedrun Bait and Katos? That's a really good question, because I know someone who also did Tales of Symphonia during the marathon, and he should do something during the bonus stream. I'm talking about Bethan.
Okay, so
So
this
you-
mini.
yeah.
No, just talk. Just talk.
Okay, so yeah, you should check him out when he's doing his thing on the bonus stream. And if you're interested in Bait and Katos, he should be able to please you with that. Go for it.
Okay,
go on.
so for some reason I didn't get a shot, which is really bad. Like, normally I would get it like in 70% out of those runs. Whatever, it's marathon luck, so I don't care. So probably you're asking, why am I killing those enemies? So there are actually 2. So okay, first of all, this is actually another random thing. Like, this area, Seaside, has only 3 different maps, and for whatever reason, there are 2 maps where you have to kill all those enemies to unlock the switch to access to the next area. And this was one of those 2. So yeah, okay. Now I'm basically holding a rifle, but as you can see,
It's not appearing.
yep. So in case I don't get a shot right now, I am going back and buy a mech gun at least. So also this one jumps right onto you, but you don't care about that. I'm gonna destroy those boxes to get a chance at having a shot, but it's pretty rare, I would say. to
Would
get it.
split screen % in PSO be viable?
Well, the problem with split screen is it's really laggy.
And also, something I can add is that you can't actually do the glitch when you're playing split screen.
Yep. Yeah. Also, this if I get hit by those monsters, it tends to happen a lot. So it's totally fine if I get hit at least once or twice. Like, even like my run isn't that perfect actually. Like, it has still a couple of mistakes I did. So yeah. And also, not having a shot makes this run a little bit longer, but and also less safe. And that's probably a reason why you didn't see it on the main marathon. But that's something I actually told them before, like episode 2 has a lot of risky strats actually. And the most of them you will see on the last area.
So yeah, can't do the glitch in split screen. I mean, since you can't talk to NPCs, you can't activate the double menu thing and then dupe Meseta and stack weapons.
Also, shock traps are probably the worst thing that right here. Okay, so he just healed himself up, but okay. Let's see. Okay, no orange box. So I'm pressing start here because I got a photon blast. Got ready. Normally I can run through those, but it's pretty risky sometimes. Also, for some reason those fire traps have like 4 HP, or it needs like 4 shots to actually destroy them. Also, for some reason at right this point, you can basically just avoid it. You can just make those fire traps despawn. So yeah. So the next boss is Gal Griffin, and I cannot do the fast strats because neither I have a mech gun nor a shot, and this is really unlucky at this point. So yeah. First of all, you can avoid this attack by just go right between his wings, in case anyone wonders.
So also, this boss is not really a rip-off of the bosses of the first episode.
Nope.
Contrary to the previous ones.
So yeah, now I have to wait until he dives and then move to the other side, and then I have to hope he does one attack. If he doesn't do it, it can be difficult to actually finish this fight. So okay, that's not good. Now I have to hope I deal enough damage, and I have to heal up anyways. I have to wait until he is a little bit slower, or otherwise I cannot hit him during the time. And this should be it.
Yep. Okay, so from now on, shit's getting real.
Oh. Okay, now I have to make a 5-minute dialogue about Seabed. Okay, first of all, I'm going to drop this handgun because I'm not needing it anymore, and I have to sadly I have to pick up this this star atomizer and sell it later on because I have to get mech guns. It's possible to do it without mech guns, I would say, but the problem is whatsoever the ant boss can be a dick sometimes. Okay.
Bad luck.
Yup. Okay, whatever. Oh no, I'm gonna do something else. Now this is improvised precedent, by the way. So I'm gonna buy a telepipe right here. Oh no, I'm gonna buy 2 telepipes.
I see. Yeah, I see. You will farm Mesetas basically.
Yeah. The reason why I'm doing that is because first it's not a world record attempt anymore. Oh yeah, I tend to forget this a lot when nothing goes well. So we have to talk to the lady again to unlock the next area, and also to Ellie. So yeah, Seabed. This area is just crap. Again, the first thing that's going to happen is I'm probably getting the bad map, and that's the case. That's the case. And this map, if you compare it to the faster one, it wastes a lot. It wastes 2.5 minutes at least. Also, this long map is also the worst map you can get in this game. Like, it has one particular room, which is really difficult. I'm gonna tell you about it when it's going to happen. So,
Good luck.
thanks. So, since I don't have a shot, we have to kill them one by one, and there's a lot of those rooms where a shot quickens up the room much faster, especially the next one. So yeah, about the enemies. So those squids don't do a lot. Squids are they have a pretty high crit chance actually, and there's a possibility that it will one-shot you. So yeah, what I'm gonna do here first, I'm gonna try to kill some of those boxes, but since I don't have a shot, I can only do one, and then I have to kill those Sinosaur. And since a Raccoon was right in my direction, it targeted the Raccoon for some reason. So now I have to take this room a little bit more safe. So yeah, also squids, more squids. And now I'm gonna do something risky. I'm gonna wait until the enemy spawns, as you can hear right now. And then those enemies will fall down and they will jump right into each other. And then I have to turn around and... Oh!
Wow!
Okay.
That was a close call.
Yep. And luckily I get a level up, so... Whew! And yeah, this happens a lot. And with a shot this is much easier. Like, you can just turn around and kill them both in like 2 hits.
This is ESA bonus stream. We don't really have a schedule confirmed right now. However, just to let everyone know, coming up next is a 4-player Grand Theft Auto Vice City showmatch race with the Chaos mod applied.
Oh yeah, watch
Yeah,
that. It's really
Chaos
crazy.
It's gonna have Tyrion, Joshimas, Oasis, and Ethelon, and the creator of the mod commentating.
Yeah, it's Chaos Percent is really fun to watch. Like, it's basically a lot of different things. You should watch it. I definitely recommend it for you guys. Okay, now this room can be tricky sometimes because right now there's a Sinosaur invisible, and Sinos can be really annoying sometimes. Like, they are either visible, they either spawn visible, or they are invisible for some reason. Whenever they spawn.
Suddenly we talk about Chaos Percent and the chat wakes up.
Yep. Yeah, because Chaos Person is the best person.
Yeah,
actually.
I know, right?
So invite all of your friends and tell them to watch this run. It's really amazing. Okay.
How many mesetas do you have?
Mesetas, I have only 517.
Oh yeah, that's still low.
Doesn't matter actually. Like, I can still sell. I can sell like 2 sabers or 3, and then it should be enough.
Not sure, because the weapon was really expensive.
Yeah, the problem was it has an element. It had an element on it, and it kind of resets after a certain amount of time.
Okay.
I actually don't know when it resets because you're never gonna check this shop on a speedrun. Okay, so this is a pole. So worst room in the game. So I have to set up a freeze trap right here, and even though even though if I set it up correctly, this shit can happen.
Oh, rip.
Yep.
So meanwhile, would you recommend someone to still play PSO casually in 2014? I do.
I would recommend the PC or the Blue Burst version in that case.
PC version is easier to find, at least.
Okay, that's actually really strange right now. Okay, screw that. I'm gonna go full YOLO on this one.
You don't really have the choice anymore.
Yep. And yeah, now the problem is, since I died in this particular hallway, there's another thing that can really go wrong. And like, as soon as I enter the room, the monster who's right in front of me will try to attack me, and there's a high chance that I will die immediately. Oh, okay, that's good. Now I'm really safe, actually. Like, because the other one is already spawned. And this is yeah, this is really bad, actually.
Okay.
Like,
At least
what
you
time do
got
we
it.
have? Okay, 59. That should be enough. But it can be a possibility that I cannot finish this run, or I will hit overestimate. If as soon as we hit the estimate, I'm gonna cut it.
You shouldn't worry about that.
No, like I still have 20 minutes. So yeah, and I just used. Oh yeah.
This room? No?
No, this room is actually okay, I would say. The next room probably... Wait, no. The second last room of this section is a little bit more difficult, I would say. And also, since this is a really long map, it takes even longer without a shot. Okay. So, right after this, after I killed those spawns, there will be a Delbiter. You can pretty much cheese the Delbiter out by staying right up here, and they shouldn't. He shouldn't be able to hit you, and with a sniper at least, it's possible to hit it. But for some reason, okay, that's good. For some reason, if you stay a little bit too close to the Delbiter, he will just attack you, and you will die, and you cannot do anything about it.
Come on, Mubot, you're drunk. There's no schedule anymore.
Yep. Okay, so yeah. Normally I would hit those record box either with a shot or with the mech guns. However, I still have a big chance to get mech guns on the next area. So yeah, this room. I'm gonna take this one a little bit slowly because there will be again 2 Sinnohs, but thank God they are visible, so that's not a big issue.
Approximate runtime for Bait and Katos. The world record is more than 15 hours, if I remember correctly.
So I'm gonna do it a little bit safe. Okay, I got invincibility. That's really good. Those monsters called Deldefs, they're basically a reskin of the Poly Slimes in episode 1. With the exception, they actually can like they can still hit you while they are moving. Also, another bad thing is, even though this attack has a really low accuracy, you would normally try to block those. You normally tend to block those attacks, and during blocking you cannot attack anything. So, okay, so I'm gonna kill this one right down there, and then this one, and then this should be it. Okay.
Wake up a bit. Wake up a bit.
And I'm gonna unequip and re-equip my mech. So now I hope I don't get the good map, because the good map, yeah, the good map is actually much more it's no, it's
Oh,
not
it's
again.
good if you have a shot.
Yeah, it's much better than a shot if I have a shot. But I got actually the bad one, and this one is actually a little bit easier. Okay, so just press the switches and then the door should be already open. And I have to be a little bit careful. I don't remember what monster spawns here. Okay, only squids. Squids are really okay, I would say. And now there are those 2 Sinnohs again. Now for some reason they delayed a little bit. And also you can see the reflection. And this is actually intended to actually have a counter mechanic against those enemies. Also, I'm not gonna walk on it in the middle of the room for a pretty obvious reason. You may see it or you may won't. You know what? I'm gonna do this for this one. Okay. never mind. Most of the time during those hallways in seabed lower levels, there are actually like shock traps. And as I mentioned before, shock traps are though really bad. And I have to be a little bit careful in this room as well, because there are 2 Sinnohs, and as you can see, sometimes those Sinnohs just despawn and they just walk right behind you. This was actually really lucky. Okay, good. Morphers only appear on the second part of seabed, and they tend to do not a lot. Like, the only thing they can do is block your attacks, and sometimes they will shoot at you. But the damage of those shots aren't as big, or they don't tend to do a lot of damage. Okay, now I have to position myself a little bit. So yeah, okay, that's good. And now something I didn't talk about at all. So most of the areas have like a certain... Oh, that's really bad. I may have to kill those traps. Okay. And also you cannot avoid those.
Yeah, better kill them, I think.
Also they... No. That's really bad. Also those traps survive 4 hits instead of 3 or 2. Okay, that's good. Freeze is literally the worst thing an enemy can do to you in PSO 1 and 2. I don't think so. Like, confusion is much worse if you don't have any healing items. Also, I know it's kind of risky to do that, because I'm on really low health, but those are just recall boxes, so it's not a big deal. Is this game fun to play? Yeah, it is. I really recommend it, even though it's a really old game. I think it's more than 10 years old. No, even more than 10 years
It's even
old.
more than 10 years old.
Yep.
I think it was released in like 98,
Yep,
maybe
on-
something like that on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe 2002 or 2003 on the GameCube. I think that's something like that. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, because I don't really remember the dates well, but
Neither I do. Like, I only played...
This is an idea.
So yeah, I'm gonna go outside here so the monsters lose their aggro. Normally I'm not gonna do that, of course, because I don't have shot, and for some reason it didn't drop a spread either, which is an upgraded version of the shot. But that doesn't matter anyways, because I cannot equip a spread until the end of the game. Okay. So yeah, okay. I have to think a little bit, because I want to know how I should. I'm thinking about how can I manage the. Also, I don't think they can actually kill me. Because I want to save at least one healing item because of those squids. Also, those squids have actually a really high attack range. And yeah, I'm snapping those record boxes just for safety reason. Because again, record boxes tend to go, tend to be right in your attack range, I would say, and it's not a really good thing actually, like to face them. So yeah, I'm gonna walk around the edge so this Sinnoh attacks me. This is normally a really risky strat because sometimes they can still hit you. Okay. What's the... Okay, I'm not really used to this map actually. Okay, so that's a healing ring, in case you didn't know what a healing ring is. And I think maybe because I walked through this room, there's a Del Biter coming up, so I have to hope that this one doesn't attack me. Okay, that's good. Again, those maps are really confusing sometimes. Okay. There's there's an Sino Zelly coming up, and Zellies, for some reason, even though they're much rare, they're actually weaker than the Sanozoas. Like, they still survive a little bit more. I hope it's not. Okay, I'm gonna pick it up in case I get a. In case I get a healing item or a teleport. So again, destroying the record box for safety, and yeah, this spawn tends to be really late. Okay, damage, that's good, and I'm not gonna equip it. So in case you're wondering what this tower is, this basically explains a little bit more about the. Oh yeah, I totally forgot I can ignore those. So yeah, this is actually not a difficult room, except if you activate this trap. Like, if you do that, it's basically really hard to survive this room at that low level. Okay, and now the last difficult thing is coming up. So I'm going this way to activate a switch which causes the poison to disappear in the next room. And this particular guy sometimes can hit you even if he jumps somewhere randomly. And we don't want that to happen. And this is basically the final room of Seabed. Okay, so yeah. Also, Morphos have a long spawn animation, I would say. Like, when I say spawn animation, I mean like the animation as soon as you can hit them. And so yeah, this is the long hallway. And now I actually won't commentate a lot on this boss, especially because I don't have a mech gun and I have to concentrate on this one. So yeah, wish me luck. Also, I've done it once, and then I did it never again.
You have enough time.
How much?
Don't worry.
111. Okay, that should be good. So I'm gonna position myself here so I can hit them as early as possible. Also, best boss music in the game. Okay, that's 2k. Oh no, that's 1.6. Okay, that's really good. This gives me 3 attacks, actually.
Okay.
Okay, that
Good.
was lucky. Like,
Good first part.
yeah. Normally he tries to attack you with any attack, and basically everything one hits you except for those green dots. So yeah, the second phase will be probably a little bit more difficult. I'm gonna shut up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ouch.
This actually never happened before.
Hey, the table is still there.
Fuck. Okay. Normally what he was supposed to do is just walk around, but for some reason it just tries to, it just wanted
Oh yeah,
to do...
no, you still don't have any money.
Um,
And it's still very expensive.
okay. I'm gonna do it once more. If it's not working, I'm just gonna cut it and... okay. And now here's another problem. If you fail this fight once, The second try is uncontrollable.
Seriously?
Yep. Like if I don't think he's going to do the same pattern. Okay. Also, this will be a long walk. So, finish the run alright. Oh my god! Now I feel the pressure. Thanks.
Oh, don't feel the pressure.
Okay.
You don't need it.
Oh, I just realized on this run. Okay, that's something you shouldn't do, because sometimes you get stuck between those traps. And I'm actually now really happy that I didn't do episode 2 for the marathon. So yeah. Also on this. Okay. 7 XP, nice.
Why not?
Thanks for making you sweat a little. Thank you. Not that I'm already sweating enough, because it's so fucking hot right here.
It's really hot in here.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna tell you something. Like, the first few 2 days at ESA were really, really bad. Okay, so, like, it was so hot in the practice room. Like, it was basically a sauna in that case. Oh, no. I think, and a key to an easy Augur fight is to hug him. Okay, I got that. Okay, to dodge the attack is that killed him. So all you're gonna do is walk away though. Normally you can do that, but I've experienced sometimes it's not to do that. Sometimes even if you walk away, the divine punishment hits you. Okay, I think there's a Delbiter right here. Okay, I'm gonna wait until he despawns. And I hope he doesn't stay there. Okay, I was kind of worried right now, because for some reason, like, the cursor was right at the point where he despawns. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, that normally you're not supposed to do that.
Hello.
Okay. This waits another 10 seconds.
Wrecked.
Never figured out.
So now he's paralyzed, so he can't attack, but it's only for some time.
Yep. Albert, that's not okay. Yeah. Yeah. Again, like, the RNG was actually really bad. I got really. Overall, I got only like 2 really good maps, and the rest of them were really bad. Okay, now I have to wonder how I can avoid this one, because this particular guy just tries to attack you. Also, I'm gonna do something stupid. Or apparently not. Speed threats. Were the episode 4 stage ending good? No. It was. It's really no for real. It's basically like, it's really boring. Like, it's the desert area, except for the subterranean desert. This is actually a really cool area. Like, especially the music is really good. Do you know what kind of
Okay.
does?
Last corridor, raise your Phantasy. Just because.
Okay, I give it one more try. Because I know a lot of people want to watch Chaos Percent, so. Yep. So yeah, like in the second fight you cannot walk, for whatever reason. And also with the Mechan you can do this fight blindfolded basically, or the first phase blindfolded. Also I was really unlucky, like, normally the mech guns are much cheaper, yeah. Four attacks, okay. Wow, okay, that's good. Okay,
Okay, good.
okay, we got this.
Hopefully.
Okay, now I'm gonna try. Okay, so I think I know what went wrong the last time. Like you can see this laptop. I want to be at max range basically. So this should be good. And if it doesn't do anything, it's much safe, I would say. But it's still not. It's still not like this fight is gonna be easy. Okay. And I actually don't know if Stomp will kill me.
Wow.
Yeah, this should be okay. Okay.
Kappa?
That was time, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Just unpause it. Just hit
right click it and undo.
No.
Right click it again. First time it never works.
This is in a very short time, but this is not yet.
Yeah. And I hit estimate.
In like 5
okay,
seconds.
GG. We quit the game. Sorry.
Why can't you continue?
Yeah, I hit the estimate.
Oh,
Basically the-
dude.
And-
you're at the end.
Wait. There's actually one thing I have to show. So, now you think, okay, I didn't finish the run actually. And basically I can confirm it to check first if I can play online. And normally you're not supposed to be at normally it says you didn't finish the game or you didn't finish the episode. But for some reason I can pick another difficulty, so I finished the game actually. And yeah.
Well, that was a bit confusing. It would be a bit easier to understand if you
Yeah.
just finished the game.
And I didn't want to let the credits roll.
Well,
Well, because I know you guys are hyped for Chaos Percent. I'm doing it as well. So that's it for Phantasy Star Online episode 2. So yeah, thanks. Oh, if you guys want to get credits,
too late, I think.
yeah, whatever.
Lionel has the lapel. Hang on, did you clip the lapel on
Where is
properly?
this being like?
I know you have one on the other stream. On the other stream, can probably hear you
Whoever
or something
is
like that.
doing.
They can hear us?
I don't know.
Alright. That doesn't matter, anyways.
Consider all mics to be live at all times.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah, we're
cool.
live
Hmm?
now.
Consider all mics to be live.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, I think so. Right.
Are the screens right? We don't know.
Yes, I just checked them.
This mic is a bit high on my face, I think.
Yeah.
Or pinkies.
Yeah.
It's,
It-
it's
it's
trying to
supposed
capture
to-
the sound from your eye.
It's supposed
Alright,
to.
alright.
It's supposed to just pivot.
So like this?
That would already work, but you can just
Okay.
pivot it as well. No, whatever. It works. YOLO.
So
Yeah.
how are we going to cue them in?
You want me to run down?
Yeah. If you just tell them to go, I'll start the timer when I see them.
I guess count down from 30 now. Or I'll.
No, just when they start going, I'll just hit split.
I guess. Hold on. Is that webcam? Is that like auto? Is that just as live?
Keep talking.
Next up is Fantasy Store Online Episode
Yeah.
2.
And it's the next episode after episode 1. What happened? Absolutely nothing. In between. We just defeated Dark Falls. And now we're all over again, and now we have to do a test to get access to another area. For some reason. Also there's a... For me it's really quiet.
My boy.
Okay. So yeah, wait a second.
If you can turn up in game.
I can turn it up in game, but
Oh boy, I can't wait to bomb some of the dongos.
Well- so yeah, that's the max. So that's the max I would like to go. If it's okay for you, then it's perfect. There's not much that I can explain right now.
Can you explain why you're talking to him? Because you're actually manipulating to go somewhere.
Yeah. So basically what I'm trying to do here is to lure him into the shop area. So I can actually open like 2 text boxes at the same time. Also on episode 2 this takes really long if it isn't on a good position. So yeah. Also yeah, he talks about, I don't know what he's talking about actually, like, doesn't matter anyways. So basically this is a sequel, to episode 1. There's also episode 3, but this is a card game and it's a so that's about for that. And then there's episode 4, which is a Blue Burst episode only, so, and this is also only available online, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I know this takes a really long time, and I'm really sorry about that, but This was already a really bad position for this guy to spawn, basically. So yeah, now I have like I'm just moving around here and oh shit. Okay. Okay. Doesn't matter that much. I totally forgot to drop items. Now what I'm okay, sorry. I have to focus a little bit. So what I'm basically trying to do here is to dupe Mizita to a certain amount. It looks kind of confusing at first, but it's really simple to do. So yeah, okay, we got that. Now we're gonna buy some sabers. So can they hear the sound actually right now? Like Chad was complaining it was a little bit too loud, but the game audio is too loud. So since I cannot see the audio, I'm gonna do something else. So someone is already asking if PSO is good without the online stuff. Basically, like the GameCube version is only offline right now. I guess you could say there's an online community for the GameCube version as well, but it's on a private server only. And I would rather, if you want to play PSO online, I would rather recommend switch to the Blue Burst version, which you can find anywhere on the internet. Yes, sure. Hold on.
Yeah, sure.
No, I have to switch to the character creation. So yeah.
Just name it Top Hat.
No. This is serious world record attempt. I'm not gonna do that.
Bless you. Not too time.
So yeah, it's basically Phantasy Star offline in that case. I'm ready. Okay, so this is Phantasy Star Online episode 2. I did episode 1 during the marathon on Friday. On the yellow stream as well, yeah. There's a reason why I'm picking the 2 as a character name. It gives me basically the best ID for episode 2, which is Viridia. Viridia has a pretty high chance to get a shot, and I need a shot to actually finish the end game really quick. Otherwise, it would take much longer. So yeah, let's see if I can get the skip. Nice. So you can basically just skip the entire starting text, I would say, by just opening the chat menu. Also, I'm dropping monomates here because I need those later on. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk a lot of times to this guy, but yeah. There was a RGB cable somewhere. Oh. Yup.
Squadala!
Yeah, sure. What did I talk? Okay. Sup, dude? Is this particularly a reason why PAL 60 sucks? Okay. Thanks.
Did nobody buy RGB cables for the Gamecubes? Like, they're so good.
No. Hmm.